Yes, 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 yes. My topic this evening is surrounding around Grenada abstain from voting in the UN on the debate sanction against Cuba. Right? Hardcore leftists in Grenada think the government should vote in support. But Grenadian hardcore leftists are no different from suicide bombers. The kamikaze, or the crazy like the Islamic fundamentalists would fly the plane inside the trade center, the way they're thinking. Now, Grenada is in a state where we in Grenada don't have a socialist Marxist party. We don't have a leftist party or even a liberal party in Grenada. What we have is two main political parties with similar ideas, bantering for power. And it happened this time around. We have a young prime minister who came to power in a democratic, fair and free election. And he must maybe have friends from the left, but the poor young man is not a leftist. He's not a socialist. He's not a Marxist. He might like Maurice Bishop as a person, or he was taught to like Maurice Bishop, or maybe he's close to a small section of the population that may be related to Maurice Bishop or sympathetic to Maurice Bishop. But for Grenada abstaining to vote, the NDC government did a wise thing. They can't vote against or vote yes, because Grenada is not in the economic independent position to do so. Now, I remember when the PRG vote in favor of the government in Afghanistan. Right? So Grenada vote with countries like North Korea and them place. And other socialist country, because those days was the Cold War, right? It was a different vibes. But geographically or geopolitically, Grenada is not in a location or in a situation where they could vote in favor of Cuba. So they did the best thing was to abstain. But the crazy leftists think we should still go the hardball. And when we go the hardball, most of them don't live in Grenada. They're living in the same countries that go put the sanction on us. And those countries, they're not like in small third world country go say, okay, we go and look for those Grenadians who support Cuban struggle and punish them. It's not like in Grenada, you don't support the government, you could lose your job. Right? They enjoy capitalism or imperialism or what they're fighting against. So, Grenadian left-wingers are not plentiful. I'm saying it again. They're not plentiful. but they're very tactical. They hold strategic position to talk nonsense. Why I saying it's nonsense? They don't have a following. Hey, you see, if you have a following to back up left-wing politics, I would say, yes, we should vote in support of Cuba because the majority of people for it. But when you have is a few leftists, or how to call them, petty bourgeois, Marxist-Leninists, I tired to say that. It coming like a cliche now. They living in the imperialist world. So if Grenada gets sanctioned, they're not feeling it. Because the capitalist world wouldn't go in the company where they walk in and say, don't give them work. It's not like in Grenada. So supporting Cuba, pro-Cuba in a state like that, that's suicidal. That's suicidal as chasing out all the jewel from the revolution. That's suicidal of like bringing in Cubans to set up a central committee in Grenada during the revolution. That's suicidal as kicking out the Guyanese soldiers and bringing in the Cuban. That's suicidal as what left to all the internal fighting in the revolution until the revolution collapsed. That's suicidal as killing Maurice Bishop. That's suicidal as causing the American to invade Grenada. And that's suicidal as those left-wingers who spend 20 odd years in jail and still can't change. We're not in the position to vote for Cuba. We don't have a socialist party in Grenada. And we never had. We had a socialist Marxist clandestine cell in Grenada, which was Orel, Bonnet Code Group. But otherwise, there was no socialist movement in Grenada before. The only little thing there was Orel. And Orel, look at what Orel lead Grenada into. So, to say you're voting for Cuba in a state like that, your economy is tied to capitalism. And again, you guys don't know how to hide your opportunistic behavior because you guys just join political parties that all you don't create and all you want to dominate the policies. The National Democratic Congress Party is not a socialist party. You understand? It's not even a liberal party. Because in liberal politics, they liberalize almost everything. I would say, in spite of racism in Canada, which is, racism will never go away, the ruling party in Canada is a liberal party because they liberal almost all deviant behavior in things in Canada. Everything. Right? So, but it still is a racist country. You have racism. It's built on racism. But in Grenada, the NDC party is not a socialist party. So, Dick Mitchell aim is to win our next election. And what the left wingers don't know, they cannot move on Dick Mitchell like how they move on Maurice Bishop. Because Dick Mitchell didn't come in power by the gun. It come by the ballot. So whether they please or they don't please, right? He is the what? Head of security in Grenada. He is and I think they don't understand. The Prime Minister governed from the center. So he has the power. So if he say abstain is abstain, he's not a left winger, I know so. He might like Maurice Bishop and he might close to the Maurice Bishop bourgeoisie class in the south of the island. But if Maurice Bishop bourgeoisie supporters, they're not socialist Marxists. Them is upper and middle class people. They are the bourgeoisies. The bourgeoisies who lost power when Matthew Gary came to power in 1951. It's plain and simple. And I listen to Peter David. Peter David hasn't grown. Peter David has grown politically. His statement this morning, he's singing professional, but he's singing like in the days when he could have just go in army camp to pick fight with soldiers, and if they resist, call the command to, because that's what I remember of him. So Grenada cannot vote yes, and they cannot vote no. They have to abstain. If not, it is suicidal. It will be suicidal. Geographically, Grenada is not in the position. Economically, Grenada is not in the position. Racially, attacking out black African population. Grenada is a black country. Once you're black, all over the world you're sanctioned. Every black man is sanctioned globally already. And you have Grenada have about 127 to 130,000 people. Out of that population, 94% is black people. 93%. Voting, yes, is for the sanction on a black population. I don't know if Peter David understands that one. I don't know if you understand it. You understand? Look, I don't want to get too out of hand with my statement. He won't understand it because you have to feel it to know it. You understand what I'm saying? So all this political talk is nonsense. We like to bamba with the big boys. We don't even know how to make a Molotov cocktail. We don't even know how to make a guitar-pole, a slingshot. But we want to talk big left-wing politics. Where you were? You want Grenada to sanction? How many sanction what? What we go eat? I mean, come on, man. If you look into score points for your party, that one is a low blow. That's a low blow. Does Peter David don't learn over the years? He don't learn. And he will never learn politically. He's not looking at people and what they say. You must follow the person political track, and you could know they don't learn. Or if he was in power, he wouldn't do it. But if he's trying to score points for a party with that one, he make a low blow. But as I said already, a lot of young people in politics, 55 and down, 54, 55, I doesn't upset with them politically because they don't have the experience of people my age. So they go follow blindly. Or they might see people and they like them and they go with them. Right? But what they doesn't understand, a lot of people in politics in Grenada are opportunists. And if you don't read them, you go follow blindly and go down the hole with them. Grenada cannot vote yes. They cannot vote no. They have to abstain. It's simple common sense. Anyway, Grenadian leftists must get out of the ideology book they're reading, or the ideology that is in their head, and study the society, study the history of black people before they make comment. If you look at the world today, all countries that have money with value is Caucasian countries. Caucasian white countries have money. America, Britain. Britain is a member of NATO, but kind of inside the EU, but not really in the EU. They had a pound money. It's strong. It's strong like good quality wood. The money, the British pound strong as green hat or poplar wood, right? The EU dollar strong. The American print money when they want. They could do anything in the world and get away. Australia have good money. New Zealand have good money. Name me any country out of the capitalist world that have strong dollar. And in the Caribbean we have the EC, not too bad. And the Belgian dollar tied to the EC. A lot of people don't know that, you know. I know when Owen Atta came to St. George's, Grenada, those days NNP was in power, to stable the Belgian dollar. The Belgian dollar is tied to the EC dollar. And Atta had to join the OECS and he never joined. Me and Motley know that. Without the EC dollar, the Belgian dollar would not be strong like that. So when this guy is talking about left-wing politics, it's like they're hallucinating. They're in an illusion. It's like I don't see people, left-wingers in Grenada tongue like religious fundamentalism. For example, I see people arguing on Facebook, keeping Sabbath. And educated people believing if you don't keep Sabbath, you can go in. Maybe you can go to heaven. But if everybody keeps Sabbath in the world, how we go get food? How you go get food? What go happen to trade and commerce? Yeah, some people again, they tell you, oh, Catholic. Them is Roman Catholic. If everybody is Roman Catholic, or become Roman Catholic, we go back to the Roman Empire. So keep your ideology in your head. If you're a Roman Catholic and you just go and tell the priest your sins, go keep telling the priest your sins. And go to your Louvina Mass and thing. And if you're an Adventist, go to your Sabbath church. And if you're a Muslim, you go to your mosque. But it's the same thing. If you're a socialist Marxist and you could convince the majority of people to have a socialist Marxist idea, then you could implement your policies. But you don't go and join other party, grab position and want to impose on the people. It doesn't work. You didn't learn from October 1983 and October 25th, 1983. Well, when you go learn again? We're not in the position for the type of political belief we have. It just don't work. Grenada is a black country in the diaspora. And black, from the day a black child born, male or female, you born with a sanction already. Your race sanction you already. Why are you looking for more sanction for? Anyway, This is me, Hudson George. I gone, you know. I done. I might be back later. Alright. I done. I gone.